Next demonstration I'm going to do is to show you how to fit the canister moisture control system. Now that consists of connecting hoses which go through all of the drone stocks, and they are fitted to the canister by connecting cap, and you can see they're all colour coded, and so that makes it really easy to identify which of the hoses go into which part in the connecting cap. So the colour coded thing makes it quite easy. The main thing is to show how to secure each part, and what I'll do is I'll start with, you have 3 hoses of different lengths. So the longest one will be the base, middle one for the middle, and the shortest for the outside drone, and that figures, as you can see, the position of the collars and where the stock should be placed in the bag. So it's fairly logical. A stock to the hoses, basically they have a rubber cup here, and we would put them over the top of and into the groove. So the rubber cup has a groove, and basically you push that in, and that should be fairly secure. You can see that is there. So that's the outside one fitted. Now what I would normally do, because I like things to be secure 100%, is to take some electrical tape and fasten the rubber cup onto the stock. Now this is particularly important if you are taking your pipes in and out small cases where you have to fold the pipes, and so sometimes there is a pressure like that inside the pipe case which you might not think about. So if it's taped, it's got much less chance of coming off. Okay, then basically we repeat that with every other hose. So we have, it's the middle one, and I would tape that normally as well, and the base stock, and make sure the lip of the cup is over and into the stock groove all the way around, and that should be secure in place. Many people go with that like that without taping it, but I always think that when there's movement in the bag and you're playing it and putting it in and out the pipe case, it's better to tape it on. Now we have these in place. It's a case of putting each stock into the bag, and if you've seen the demonstration on the bag from earlier, on this one I've already got the blowpipe stock and the cantle connected. I'm basically pushing the stock through the collar and securing the stock so that it's exactly where it should be. The other thing is always to have the connecting hoses facing back the way, because once it's in, it's secured in place. So you make sure that the connecting hose faces back the way, which I've done in this case. So again, pushing the middle one through, I make sure that this connecting hose is facing backwards, and pushing the stock all the way through, and then it just takes some manoeuvring to have the stock in place. And the last one is the base. Again, make sure the hose facing back the way, and that's stage number 1. Okay, next stage is to connect the connector cap to the hoses that come from the stocks. There's two important things here to mind. One is obviously the colour coordinated order should be straightforward. The next thing to remember is when you secure the canister on eventually, these O-rings have to be in place. So you put one hose on, connect that O-ring there, and as they go in a crisscross fashion, you have to connect the other one and put it through so that they look like that. So now we would put the hoses onto the connecting cap and push the hoses all the way through into the connecting cap. There should be a situation where the hose should protrude slightly so that these are raised up here, and that is quite important for the way the pressure material works. So the next part is to fit the pressure material, which is this white material here, and this is cut so that the segment that's cut out of it goes over the blank hose here. So the yellow one is the one which you may or may not connect to the chamfer. I'm going to place that there, and then I'm going to take the canister, and there is an arrow on the canister at the yellow here, and we marry it up with the yellow dot, and that should sit there very snug. So we have that arrow there, and this is very important that we have that lined up. The next thing to do is to pull the O-rings over, and that's in a crisscross fashion, and that's a canister completely secured, and that's you ready to go. So put your glow stick, your chanter and your drones in, and you're ready to go.